Monbasa, Mvita. Alien types. This is an interesting topic to talk about because physically I've not seen them. Spiritually I've interacted with them, some. But there is a store of information. Like I told you the other time, we looked at YouTube. If you can be able to follow the aliens on YouTube, there were some other materials that I've come across. Move files, other information from the internet and from books. These are stories of some of the encounters and some of the recordings of the aliens that are there. The most prominent alien type that appears, I may be wrong, I'm not talking from observation, I'm talking from information that has come from the countries concerned. There was a time when there was a protocol to be able to interact with the aliens. Some countries have that, a protocol. In case something is happening, this is what you do if you encounter aliens. But it was not put out in the public. If I'm wrong, correct me. There are some countries that some wildlife species now include animals that were thought to be mythical. They were thought to be imagined. But now you find in their wildlife, they include these strange animals that are not easily accessible, that have got a technology beyond what we have. Animals, stinking ones. That is what features prominently. There are others that are reptilian, or first of all, we are talking of those that are humanoid. They look like us. They are those ones. There are the others that look like races from some other parts of the world. Remember the bad incidents. Operation High Jump. I'm just going to quote from what I have read, what I have observed. Operation High Jump, somebody called Bad, is an encounter with the humanoid called the Ariana. We have others who are angelic in nature. Angelic in nature. We have the elves. These are things that appear in storybooks, and I used to believe, and many people used to believe, they were stories, and that is all. But with further information, looks like they have existed or are existing. We were taught in history, those who read history, that they were druids. Druids were worshipping people from some place. Funny enough, there appears to be a druid, something like that. There are several demonic species. Check, you'll find some. Those ones are more humanoid. They have got abilities beyond us. But they are, and they are species. It's not one, the way we are told demons, they are species, they are races. In fact, it's surprising, in some of the ancient Greek books, not Greek, Christian books, Judaism books, there is this talk of Adam having married a demoness. So Eve is supposed to be officially a second wife. But that part we are not told. We are told Adam was given Eve. Eve means creator. But in the other one, you can be able to find out that there is Lilith. If you go to some countries, there is Lilith fair, something talking about the superiority of women. That one is there. So Adam's encounter was with a demoness. So it means people can intermarry, because being in the Gita or Bhagavad Gita was also married to one of the wives, was a demoness. There has been genies, and genies are also of different races. They are there if you follow, but they are mythical. According to what we are told, there are different races, different interactions, different reactions. You move on. There were the stories of the green people from Scotland or whatever, ocean-going people, and they were just stories. But now, when you go to those lists, you find there are many other species that are humanoid. Some are benevolent. Some come to enlighten the human. Some give information. They are for the welfare of the human being, for the spiritual, for the physical, for the technological. But there are some few within that are anti-human, would like the destruction of human or total enslavement of human, and it is purported that they exist, some of them, some few species exist within the environment. I cannot give further explanation, but get the material, it will give you that. Those are the ones that are humanoid. There are a number of them, so I cannot be able to break them down. There are others that are almost animal-like. There are others that are almost of the avian species, very intelligent. There are others that are like the reptiles we see, crocodile, whatever, very intelligent. There are others of insect nature, mantis. There are others that look like moths, big ones, the size of a human being or slightly smaller. But their intelligence is amazing. There are those that molt, just like others, the snakes and whatever molt. They follow whatever things that those things do, but they are intelligent. So there is many categories, from the insect based to animal based. I don't know if there is plant based. That one I have not encountered. It was only on the cartoon things that people would, because cartoon people animate even plants. But those who are saying were serious about them talk of those natures. They are there, far advanced. Others are for the welfare of humankind. They want development. They want progress. They want safety. Both spiritual, psychological, and emotionally and physically. They are there to give secrets. Some are malevolent. They interact with humans, but to take advantage, get sacrifices, get things like that, impoverish, use the resources. That's why you find nowadays many of the institutions or spiritual institutions are now money-based. They talk of financial progress, but instead the financial progress goes one side. So you find the people are impoverished. It's a long-term plan according to the scripts. Impoverish them, finish their resources, and now they are the resource. If they can't pay the resource, use them, their resource payment. So those are the things that are there. That is the summary of what I've had. You can be able to conduct the internet. You can be able to conduct the so-called conspiracy movies, move on hanger files. Those conspiracy things, you can consult them also. You can consult things from the internet. And why don't you consult? Is it unclassified, declassified files of these countries? There. So you have a wide variety of resources to refer to. I'm just putting a summary. I may be wrong, but if you will have the classified files talking of something almost similar, then I don't know. Am I wrong, or it is the files that are wrong, or is the people who reported, or the people who declassified? Some have never been declassified. So, from the little knowledge, the little interaction with materials, the little information I've gotten, not from me, Africa, we haven't had many of those things, and even if they occurred, we could not talk about them, because there was a time when a meteorite went around the world. It passed through Nakuru. By then I was not in Nakuru. I was in another town. And I asked some of the friends, did the meteorite pass? And they said, meteorite? And I told them, yeah, that glowing thing, they said it passed near it and it was visible. It was not a meteorite, it was something with blinking lights as it went. So, some things leave one wondering. Maybe their imagination carried them far and wide. But there are things here that has to be brought to the same level, so that we are all, the esoteric also now become the exoteric. Common for us. Let us get to know these things. These are happenings, these are spaces, these are visitations to this planet. That is about the physical visitations that I'm talking about. I may be wrong. Do not say I should explain, because those are materials I've gotten from there. Refer to those materials I've given you. Listen to the information. I am the degree. I am the donkey. I am the courier cop. I'm unloading the information. You can carry and go. That is the end. That is my take.